I'm Melinda, NailFanatic. Welcome to my show. Today we're going to do our general message, and this is going to be a twin flame reading. That much I got ahead of time. So they said that I'm to shuffle these decks and pull cards for both sides. And then you can choose which side you are. And we'll have a discussion here. The bottom of the Words of Clarity deck is victory. Why is this victory here? Because there's been a victory in the healing that goes on between two of you to bring this connection to the place that it's in. Whether you've connected in only the spiritual or the physical, it's a victory either way. To have connected in the physical, the spiritual connection must have already taken place, period. No other options. But understand that even the connection in spirit, the way you're using it is victorious. They're saying for where you have things that need healing, energies that you're feeling, speak to their soul and watch both of you grow. They're saying the energy that's present at this time in this twin flame union feels sublime, and then it goes to feeling like slime. It's vacillating between the two places of feeling because there's some underlying shadows that are healing. And so in this space, sometimes you'd rather make an about face and turn and run, but the situation is said and done. You've decided that you wanted to do this work. You called this forth for you. And so now it's time for you to become the best version of you. Loyalty in this situation is pivotal in the creation and manifestation of all of your dreams coming true, all of the goals held deep within you. Your purpose is fulfilled as doing the work is where you find that you're thrilled, because in that space, you open the place for you to touch the grace of your purpose, dreams, love, money, health, and fun. Understand that the victory is already yours. You've already won. And how you experience that will be up to you. To display the master, your spiritual guru. You're in a different place than the other person, and let yours shine on your face. There is no race to get there first. There is only a calling along for this spiritual thirst. So bring it along in love, as that's what is the energy above that you reach for every day more and more. The twin flame isn't that you find the perfect person. It's you find the perfect person to do the work with. So thank you to those of you who have chosen, because you are few, to do the work rather than run away in a quick, hurried jerk. Now in this time and space, you have the about face to deal with any shadow energies lingering in you, to refine and reveal the purified heart in the way that you feel. The emotions that drag you down and make you feel sadness profound are teaching you, showing you. Are you willing to delve in and do the work? Are you willing to be the divinely placed jerk? For sometimes in the honoring of that which you know, the irritation of the other will grow. For you will not take responsibility for what they feel or what they see. You know that the only place that you affect change is within your own heart when your feelings you choose to rearrange according to evidence and investigation of where your lessons and blessings have empowered you and how you can apply that mastery to every situation that comes your way. They all benefit you right now, this day, and moving forward, they always will. Just keep your resolve to be in your love strong as steel. Unwavering faith in knowing that it's always been working out and that it doesn't matter how much they fight, scream, or shout. What will be is what is. And although you know the deeper parts of this here biz, they are still scratching the surface. You've delved into the package of this miraculous life purpose, and yet they still stare at the bow, afraid to open and go into what they don't know, saying, but it's so pretty the way it looks. And I'm afraid of what might be inside. What if I don't like it as much? I won't be able to put it back because I don't have the touch to make it look so pretty as the way it was delivered to me. So sometimes your partners, you'll find, are beginning to open the gift that is this love that comes with the rift from the ego's self. And that's where they want to put it back on the shelf. But once the cat's out of the bag, it will not climb in, and they feel the drag on their soul as they try to run and try to ignore all the ways that they grow. But the growth is happening as you yourself are bringing the enlightenment, the awareness, and the transmutation of these energies heavy. Some of you know too that your twin flame is not here on earth with you. Yes, they're far away somewhere in a star, and yet here you are, and you are the one that they pull along through these myriads of emotions, through these emotional oceans, that you might see the way to transmute the energy. And now, let's get into the cards, they say. On one side here, we have starting, and we have the pair. The energy that you're sitting in on this side is the rescuer. And the energy that you're being called into on this side is the father. On the other side, we have peace and flower. The energy they're sitting on the other side is the dilettante. And the energy that you're being called to on this side is the Midas or miser. I would likely venture that you are on the side of peace, the viewer, and your partner or twin flame is on the side of starting. However, take the messages as they're resonant to you. They say to start with the side of peace. You've blossomed so much. For some of you, there are 6 people in touch with an energy that circulating. And it's circulating amongst you, and it's connected through all of you. And it is the attainment of that desire that you hold that comes from your heart and helps you grow bold. You've gathered many arts, more than a few, and you have many things seeking creation through you. And where have you allowed yourself to receive, and where have you allowed yourself to believe that everything you touch is turns to gold? 24 karat magic's in the air. Head to toe, you're so player. And you are player. You are playing along head to toe in this game of life. No, it's not like the board game. It comes with strife. But in each of those, you cut through like a knife with your creative energy. And what you look to is growing from your place of peace. And I see while you're resting your head, you catch a release of energy. And some of you sense it, and it makes your body move, tremble, or vibrate. And you think to yourself, oh my God, this feels great. And it's connected to the energy in you that seeks to create. It comes through sexually, meditatively, and creatively in this time. You're learning to allow in riches and experiences, the wealth of the mind, as all wealth truly is of the mind. See, because if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. And that's why this piece that you found is truly grand, in the sense that it allows you to see what you do, who you be, and the experiences that you love to thrive in. No longer focused on surviving, now focused in thriving. Spiritually speaking, everything is grown, and now you're in a place that you've never known. But what you are seeing is a coming together of everything and how all life is tethered. And you're learning how to pull the levers attached to the pulleys that brings in the better option, choice, or experience for you. Before, this was something you did not know, but now you grew, and awareness is there as you've played and you stared to see the reactions of this lever going here while that one goes there. And then you say, no, that's not the thing for which I care. So let me pull back on that. Let me lift this up more. In this place, I see more joy than before. And so there's a testing, there's a trying, there's a great escape of the not knowing. Let me see on the starting side. I see a prosperity starting. Somebody believed that they needed help, and that to receive help, they had to be able to give. And so this has always been the way they live. I don't want to accept what's on the table for me, because then I don't know what I'll see when I can't give back, because they were living in lack. And they're learning now the beauty of becoming a supporting, guiding light in a family filled with love. They are beginning to act from a place of honesty and purity without desire for reciprocity, but because it's what they want to be. And so, in that place, they're learning to receive in this way as well. And I do see prosperity growing for them in this pair that swelled. The pair. Things are beginning to work. What didn't seem like it was there before is starting to show itself. So they're saying, go ahead and use the tarot deck now and pull something. Thank you. Highly channel messages today. I see we have a few people in queue for our super chat card pulls. We will be getting to that once this twin flame message is through. So stick with me. If you're new, thank you for joining us. Welcome back to all those who are always returning to us. We love you and we love what we do and we love being here as service to you. Okay. How many? 3 more. Okay. 3 more after this. Okay. So I'm going to be using my Shadowscapes Tarot. If anybody would like your own. Okay, here we go. This situation between you, we have the 6 of Pentacles. This is speaking to a partnership where there is a physical connection and you are interactive. I feel like one of you is more financially secure than the other one. One of you may be feeling, or either, I'm hearing even both of you could be feeling that you're giving more than the other in a certain way. So where one may be more physically contributing regarding their energy, the other one is more handling financial responsibility. That's actually a very good symbiotic and symbiotic relationship. On the starting side, we have the Magician. Magic is available, and they're putting all they know to work. They're putting all they have to work. So they're in this now with all of their assets, their financial, their mental, their emotional, and their spiritual assets. On the peace side, we have the 6 of Swords. Yes, no longer will I look at the conflict. Now I'll look at how this is a blessing, and I will move myself into peace and catch some rest. So somebody has been in a frantic state, up in arms, filled with regrets or hate, and that is calmed down. And I hear that that's why there was so much sleeping, so that they can allow their ancestors and those people in, so that they can receive the healing from within and help them to release energies to begin again. And knowing this has brought you so much more bliss. Knowing how these energies work has helped you find peace around the jerk. That's what they said. Okay. We have the 4 of Swords, healing, rest, and recuperation. The magic that's here is giving a chance to reassess the situation and actually allow the receiving to happen, allowing the reciprocation and the energy to be balanced in between the two, finding a restful state of mind too. The Strength card says, you've been through so much, and now you know how to control your meaning. You have the tendency to go into overactivity, whether that's in an emotional rage or talking and over talking, or worrying and over worrying, or thinking and overthinking. You're finally getting in touch with some control in this. Okay. The 3 of Pentacles, what can you expect? Work working out. Things are working out for you. Just like the magical song that we sing here too. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Because everything is always working out for me. Why? Because the one person has finally got their mind stable. The other person has finally got their rage under control in whatever way that it was expressing from their soul. Why? Because y'all both have done the work of facing the inner jerk and the outer jerk as well. And you passed the test, oh so swell. How did you pass the test? You did it with the love that grow. Grow what? Grow peace, grow ease, grow chance, grow love. The bottom of the deck is the sun. This was blessed before it begun. That's the messages that I'm hearing for you. If this sounds like your twin flame union and you would like a personal reading about it, go to my website because you will find options for readings of every kind, and I would love to be of service to you. Now, with that being said, that was our general twin flame message. And you, like I said, choose which side you are on. I will be back with more messages for you. But before we get out of here, we got to see who has got their super chats in today. Let's see. Let me go to the top of the list and see what I find here. All right. So we have Georgina. And by the way, folks, it is $5 or more US dollars super chat donation, okay, to get a card pull. So Georgina wants to know whatever I need to tell her will be what she needs to hear. Okay, so they're saying, okay, they want me to use the cue cards for you today. The cue cards are more of an oracle deck. I think that's like 52 cards. Yeah, 52 cards. And they're saying it's going to be very channeled. So let's see what we got for Georgina today. Let's first God, thank you. Okay, and they're saying I'm to shuffle one more time and then spread the cards and pull. So for Georgina, who calls you Gina? Somebody call you Gina? Okay. For Georgina, this one is your message. Avoid obstacle. A black cat is not a bad thing to see. It's actually a blessing, letting you know that your intuition begins to speak loudly and it's ringing. It's talking to you. It's explaining to you. It's guiding you in a way that serves you. Your pink in this is speaking to a childhood energy that is trying to creep through. And it causes you to stand in a stance like this where you back off. So there's what I'm picking up on is an energy where as a child, something would happen and it would frighten you and you would immediately back away from it. This is like the kid that's afraid of the dark and they won't go to the park or they won't stand up and sing. And I'm seeing that there's somebody who came upon a dead animal and it was extremely traumatizing. And so somewhere in that is an energy of your intuition is telling you it's time to get through this, cannot continue to block you. An aversion to death and a proclivity to turn away from where your intuition is taking you because you're afraid of what you're going to find there. There's a situation and it's been with you for a long time. And it's asking you to let go of your physical mind and go there. It's as though somebody has a deep aversion to allowing themselves to fully let go in their meditation and get all the way to the core of the situation. Is this you? Yes, it's you. What is it that you want her to do? want her to let go and release herself from the fear and from avoiding where her intuition is taking her to. So turn that direction while you're driving, where you usually follow the same path. They're saying, get off the beaten path. Get off the path that you know. You got to go another way so that your soul can grow, so you can listen and know this intuition is trustworthy. It's okay for me to listen to the things that I see. Georgina, I hope that message helped you. Let me see here. Shy, is there any advice for me at this time? Let's see, what's the message for Shy? Shy, what is the advice for Shy at this time? There's always advice, I'm hearing. There is always advice. But will you take it? Will you use it or will you break it? Okay. One more and spread and pull. Thank you. Here we go. Mere seconds to spare. It's countdown. Okay, so what I'm getting is something's been looming and growing inside of you, and it has to do with the way you allow yourself to express yourself. I feel like you've been holding back. Either you've been holding back your energy, not doing what you want to do, or you've been holding back your tongue, not speaking what's really on your mind. But I really feel like there's some things you want to do because of an outside influence. You've been holding back. You haven't allowed yourself to push through and go do it because they might not like it. They might prefer I don't. They might get upset or something like that. And it's saying, no, there's mere seconds to spare to where you're going to revert to what I'm getting is you're going to revert to your true self, to your true nature going to show through. And this is something you won't be able to deny anymore. It's going to have to come through. So you can go ahead and push through the energy and put the wick out on the ticking time bomb by doing this. Or you can wait until there's an explosion and it will come out with a messy commotion. But whatever this is that you've been wanting to do, it's necessary for you to follow through. Because it's like a ticking time bomb within you. You're going to do it at some point or another. Shy says, oh, yes, she knows. Georgina says she keeps thinking it's time to start singing, but she gets stage fright. Her whole family calls her Gina. Okay, so yeah, look, guys, ladies, thank you. And thank you for confirmation that these messages are perfect. This could be really good for you. Now is a chance to risk and take the risk to go where you've never been before. Push yourself to grow. If it was comfortable, then you will be finding the same outcome you always do. But because you push through something that you've never done before, that's why you reach that dream come true. Understand? Because you have to stretch yourself so you can see what your dreams feel like. I mean, there was a time back during the MySpace days and the beginning of Facebook days where I had my one little business card and it was my profile picture, and that was all I would ever show because I didn't want to show myself to the world. I didn't want them to see my face. I didn't want them to see all of my talents or my arts, and I hid. And it wasn't until I was sitting at a party, a house party with a bunch of people I did not know. It was actually a hotel party. And this girl introduced herself to me. She said her name was Music. And I said, oh, well, where do you perform? She says, I don't perform. I said, well, are you in a choir or something like that? Do you sing? Do you compose? What do? Do you play? She's like, no, I can sing really good. That's why my whole family calls me Music. I said, so where are you singing at? She says, I don't sing right now. I was like, hold on a minute. If you have a voice that is so blessed that everybody you know in your family calls you Music and you don't use it, that is the closest thing that I could define as a sin, because God gave you that voice to sing. And if you don't sing with it, can't nobody ever hear it. And if you die with that voice never singing, no one will ever hear it. Nobody can do what you do. So if there was a sin that I ever knew, it would be not using your God-given talents and gifts and letting them shine through. And while I was telling her all of this, God was chewing my ass out at the same time, simultaneously. While I'm talking to her, God's telling me, well, girl, you're beautiful. You have words that move the soul. You have art. You have poetry. You have designs. You can dance. You can sing. You do everything. What are you talking about? What about you? When are you going to get out and do what you know how to? When are you going to show yourself to the world? And that was probably about maybe 7 or 8 years ago, guys. And now I have a show every day. So I'm just saying, like, where are you holding yourself back because you were too afraid to step out of the shadows? So I'm sitting in my client slash sister from another mother and father, soul sister, and in her business office. I said, and I got a download, and they showed me what I needed to write. I said, girl, you got one of them old school pink message pads for the telephone messages? She said, yeah. She pulled it out, handed it to me. I took that notepad, and it has a little box, urgent. I checked that box. What's the date? Today's date. What time? Right now. Message to who? To all you. What was the message? I'm coming out the shadows. You better get your big girl panties on. Y'all better get your big girl panties on, because I come out the shadows. I'm here. I'm going to talk. I'm going to sing. I'm going to dance. I'm going to draw. I'm going to paint. I'm going to create. I'm going to do nails that are great. I'm going to do readings that are healing. I'm going to do everything. And I'm going to keep doing my show. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you'll know. But you know what? If you don't get it, I can't give it to you. I'm just here to deliver my talents and gifts and spirit to you while I'm alive. They say you want a great idea, go to visit the graveyard. It's a hell of great ideas and inspiring things that people just took to the graveyard with them because they was afraid to sing. But see, I have one goal in life. I have one focal point of what I do in everything. And you know what that is? If you didn't, I'm about to share it with you. My one goal is to deliver every bit of service to humanity that was given to just me to do while I'm alive. That's why I have versatile things that I do. That's why I do a little bit of everything. Not because my energy is scattered, because it's so focused on delivering what only I can deliver to earth. And some people in my life say, man, you don't ever stop. You don't slow down. You just got to be moving around. Yes, because if I'm not beating, or if I'm not reading, or if I'm not painting, or if I'm not nailing, or if I'm not networking, I'm doing something, because that's my part of life. That's my goal. That's my mission. God put things in me that only I can deliver. So I'm going to do it while I'm alive and here breathing. And so this has been our message for today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I absolutely adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at lphtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time.